Good morning.
Here we have Daphne grabbing some chicken and Peggy the hedgehog. Daphne comes back again. Don't know what she does with her leg here, but it's like she's losing her balance. Howie then arrives. He's there for quite a while eating, which is lovely to see as always. Daphne is back again. And the cub arrives, but which cub it is, I honestly don't know. As I've said, there are 3. But whichever one it is, it's still lovely to see them. I do hope all 3 eventually maybe come together. That would be lovely. Pip arrives and Monty is there as well. Pip then wanders over for a drink. The water bowl is just behind the camera. Pip eats from the tray and Monty decides he's leaving. Pip again was there for ages eating, the same as Howie was. It's so lovely to know that they've had a good meal. Daphne pops back but disappears as well, and then Chip Chip arrives. Peggy has come back again, and Monty comes back to join her. The cub is then back again. I have sped this up just a little bit as he was there for ages, or she was there for ages. Daphne is then back again. And Chip Chip is back also. She, like Pip and Howie, were there for a long while eating, which is great to see. At least we know they're eating good. And Pip has come back too. He was there for ages as well. The clean-up crew arrived. There was only 2 seagulls, but it did sound more like 22. I could hear them whilst I was in bed. So for my lunch today, I'm having the last couple of crumpets. I'm going to also possibly have scones. I might have a piece of that. And in there we've got the chocolate donut. So I might have that as well. Or instead of that and that, I don't know. And I've also got a lemon yoghurt in the fridge, as well as my cup of tea. So today's dinner is chicken rolls. Carol has got char grilled chicken and mayonnaise. Karen has got tempura chicken with lettuce and mayonnaise. And I've got the char grilled chicken with, well, mine's all fallen apart where I moved it. I've got char grilled chicken with the lettuce and mayonnaise as well. So we've had dinner, I'm showered, ready for the foxes to arrive. I haven't put that light out today, to be honest with you. I didn't get a chance, but that is a job on top of the list for tomorrow. And I forgot to mention, about 4 o'clock this morning, there were 3 cubs up the road, and I watched them for a little while. I was still awake at 4, and I was watching them. They were running backwards and forwards across the road, jumping over walls and that. It was lovely to see. There was 2 the same size, and then 1 which was just a tad smaller than the other 2. So when I say the cub is coming, is it the same cub or is it one of the other ones? I don't know. There's no distinguishing marks from what I can see. They're all very light in colour at present. So yeah, we'll be keeping an eye out for differences between the cubs if more than one is actually coming in the garden. But it's all very exciting. So yeah, I can definitely say I've seen 3. Happy days. Anyway, we'll see who turns up first. Oh, and another thing I forgot to mention as well. Somebody asked the other day about what happens with the foxes that are kept in captivity when it comes to breeding and mating season and stuff. Any foxes kept in captivity will be done so that there won't be cubs born from those that are staying. So, example, if just say Simon and Precious were to stay, being male and female, then both would be done just to avoid the inevitable. That was it. Okay, I'll see you later. So tonight, Pip is first to arrive, but he just stayed there because Kenny was in the garden, but Kenny has now gone. So I've already got that food out, and I've just put some food out there for him. Come on, mate. Come on then. This is very unusual, Pip being first again. A whole variety there. You've got chicken, you've got a sandwich, you've got a sausage, you've got a couple of dog treats, you've got some dog biscuits. And I do know one of the cubs is about, because I've been seeing it, but it won't come over. Come on, mate. It's okay. There's Kenny as well. Do you want chicken? Let's put one of them out as well, shall we? He says, I'll have that because your cats are about. Off he goes. So we have both Peggy, the one to the left, and Monty, the one to the right, here eating. I'm surprised Monty hasn't run off yet, but so far so good. But they're certainly chomping away into that food. Apart from seeing Pip earlier, I haven't seen anybody else, and it is now 10:45. Hey, Jimmy's arrived. Jimmy, come here then, mate. Come here. Look, I've got your plate. Ready? Jimmy, here. Jim, here, look. I think, and I genuinely do think he is dad to these cubs, so he is keeping an eye out for them. Hence him being later than normal, or him very wary. He keeps looking round a lot. But then I do know one of the cubs has been about because I've seen it a few times, but not been able to come out and capture it on camera. Good boy. When you got your plate here, look, with your chicken and sandwich. Here, Jimmy. No, he says he'd rather eat the food on the ground. Okay, it's fair enough, I don't mind. Right, Cubby's out in the road at the moment, further down. I'm just wondering if it'll come over. I'm going to sit back a little bit. Just saw it go across the road, so. Do you want some chicken then, babes? Here, Jim, here. Thanks, mate. Have some chicken then. I can't see the cub at the moment. But be interested to see if it runs out when this one runs off. No. Right, what I'm going to do now that Jimmy has been is I'm going to put his food out and this other plate of food out as well, and some more chicken pieces, and see what I can capture from that bottom camera, because I've got more chance of the cub coming, I think, whilst I'm not in the porch. So we'll see what happens. Jimmy came back again, and as usual he took 3 pieces of chicken. I don't know if here he is looking to see if there are any cubs up the road further or not. Possibly he is. He's a good dad. Daphne then sneaks in, bless her little heart, and she grabs a piece of chicken before running off again. Howie arrives, and again we see his rear end. I have sped this up a little bit. He eats quite happily from the tray and then turns around, grabs a piece of chicken, and off he goes. It's now just gone 11:30, and as we've seen on the bottom camera, Jimmy came back for chicken, and we've seen Daphne, she snuck in and got a piece of chicken, and Howie has been also. But Jimmy, when he took his chicken, he took 3 pieces. So it just makes you think, 3 pieces of chicken, 3 cubs. Anyway, haven't seen sign of any more of them. So I've just come out and I keep putting a couple of pieces of chicken out here and there, so that they all get a fair share of it if possible. But I'm going to call it a night now and just see what I can capture for the next half hour on the bottom camera. And then it'll be on the overnight as usual. So from me, it is good night. Daphne is back again. And this time she takes 2 pieces of chicken. She does drop 1 piece, but soon picks it up again, bless her heart. And then one of the cubs, and I'll say one of the cubs as we now know there are 3, turns up and is eating quite happily on his own, and there is no sign of Jimmy or Daphne at this stage. This cub has definitely got the same eyes as Daphne, and Jimmy's eyes are pretty similar to Daphne's. They're just not quite as big and bold as Daphne's are, but this one certainly has got the same eyes as both of them. Jimmy is then back again for more chicken. After he's gone, I do go out and put more chicken out. And that, folks, is all for tonight. So, good night.